all of us who were waiting for the UN Security Council meeting to take place and have an effect on Israel and Palestine, if you didn't watch it, because it took like 4 days for these people to come to this conclusion. So if you didn't watch it, which I did, I watched it all, I am going to condense this UN Security Council meeting for you in 1 minute. Here it goes.
And now give the floor to those members of the Council who wish
We
to make
regret that the
statements
Council
before
once
the vote.
again has
Give
found
the
itself
floor
a
to the
hostage
representative of
to
the
the
Russian
unleashed on
Federation.
Israel by
to the
Hamas.
selfish intentions of the
Stated
Western
purpose
Bloc.
is to destroy United Kingdom.
The reason why it's not even because the
Five votes in favor, 4 votes against, 6 abstentions. The draft resolution has not been adopted, having failed to obtain the required number of votes.
That was the whole meeting, condensed for you within a minute. You didn't miss anything, and this was supposed to be what was going to solve or at least tame the problems that were happening in Gaza between Israel and the Palestinians right now. When a brawl takes place in front of a group of people, random citizens come together quickly, like people like me and you, quickly would break up the fight, separate the two parties, call for a truce right then and there. Then we'd usually send them away in opposite directions and nobody suffers any further until it's over. We all move along, nothing to see here. That's what normal people do. It's common sense to restore peace in that area on Earth. But when politicians see a brawl taking place, they sit down, they start talking about it, knowing good and well that they're not going to agree on it with each other. And as the fighting escalates in the region, people are getting killed, children are dying, families are being separated, while these people sit down and vote on what to do about it, knowing good and well that they're not going to agree with the person next to them, and within a limited time frame, with no sense of urgency given to the matter at hand, which is costing lives. They end up making the fight that should have been broken up even bigger into a big gang fight with one another that even more people get involved in, more deaths, more innocent people and children killed, more confrontation and confusion. That's at least how it looks to be happening within the UN right now. How does the UN Security Council operate? It did nothing to stop the Ukraine war in Russia when it first started escalating, did it? Now it's doing nothing here either. I mean, should the UN just be abolished? We need to stay informed on how these things are being handled. And please like and subscribe and click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in as well. When we think about the world handling its problems between the UN and governments, you'll be much wiser to the way that things work. Or should I say, the way things just don't work. Why is it that we still allow people who aren't like-minded, who are not able to reach agreements, be the ones that handle our problems? You and I could reach agreements. Your average citizens who don't even know each other could find agreeable solutions and rationalize and within our hearts just do the right thing. But when we leave it in the hands of government entities, we end up with endings with no solutions. If you didn't watch the UN Security Council meeting, which took almost a week, was meaningless, and the only way to win this for the people, for us, is to not pick sides. Don't pick a side. Don't pick this side or that side. That's what they want you to do. It's called situational design. My boy Tom McDonald gave a perfect definition of situational design, which is what they're doing right now. Listen.
It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
They've been practicing and perfecting situational design on you and I over the decades. They know what they're doing. They know how it works, and they know how to make you and I go against each other. Why do they want you and me and our neighbors fighting against one another? Because if we weren't fighting against each other, we'd be going against the system. And Tom McDonald, he explained that too.
The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them.
They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us.
Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets.
The whole world's brainwashed.
It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
I know it's just a song, but it had meaning and it has a purpose. That you and I are not the problem. It's not the people of the world that are a problem. It's the system. And until the people come against the system as a unit, in a whole, in a unity, I'm talking Christians and Muslims and Hindus and Buddhists and all the religious sectors getting together. I'm talking about everybody in the world coming together as we are neighbors, working together, living side by side with one another, sharing eggs and milk with one another, with our neighbors. That's who we are. But who the government is weapons, killing, massacres. This generation has never seen the deaths of the world spike as it has in the last 5 years. That's concerning people. When they desensitize you to death and they want to use people, they want to use the citizens as their pawns for their fights, I say no. And we need to say no. We need to stick together as a person and saying we are not going to take this anymore. We are standing up for peace on this earth with each other. That's where we're going to win this battle. And that's when generations to come would be able to see real progress happen on this earth for their futures. Guys, I love you all. I hope this message was encouraging to you. Stay safe. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.